Hello, Webby Diggers here, and welcome back to TerraChunks. It's been a long time, and I do apologise, but there's been other things going on, and I've just not had time to put any videos together. So I'm finally back here on TerraChunks. I'm back on my island, Skyblock Island, and I've taken really a long rest from playing on it. But I'll give a quick update of what it looks like now, and then I'll move on to what I've been doing since that. There's also a couple of other places I can just give flybys of, and try and show you what has changed on the server over the last couple of months. But without further ado, let's start having a little look around. As you can see, I'm in the Skyblock Manor. I've got an enchanting table now. Somebody bought something in my shop, and I've got some diamonds. I've got a couple of machines in here now that help me with the other stuff that I need to do. So this is some. This is a moss generator. I think a lot of chickens all over the place. You can see this one up there. But I can just generate moss, and with some spruce trees, I can turn that into the dirt and just mine the dirt. So that allowed me to get a lot more dirt for the island. I've decorated it out a bit now, like a mini lava farm for fuel. Got a little table area here. In fact, I had quite a few people come over. We did a hide and seek game on the island, and a few other bases, and we had a good turnout for that hide and seek session. I could throw up a picture of like everybody who was in it now. It was fun. And yeah, then let's have a little look around the rest of the base here. So we have all the villagers in the villager hall that extends all the way back now. I've finished out a bit more of the island area. I built this rather large tower around an iron golem farm that I created. So, and let's have a quick sort of zoom out of that and show you what it looks like. So that is an iron golem farm. Works quite well. The output appears underneath the island, but it's sort of like just a large build to hide it, to encompass the iron farm. Got a little lake, and there's several ways down into the way below, but let's go down here for now. We'll go down this route here, and there's the iron golem farm. It does all right. We've got the underneath is complete now. I know it wasn't before, so I built and decorated the underneath area. That is my rather dizzy Happy Ghast. With this Happy Ghast, we have upgraded to the latest version, so we're on 1.21.8, I think, at the moment, and that's given us the Happy Ghasts. So I had a Happy Ghast killing area in the Nether, and a ghast killing area in the Nether, and I had a ton of ghast tears even before I knew that this was coming out. So I used them, created a load of dried ghasts, and then rehydrated them. And with this ghast in particular, on the server we have a guy called Dills who's doing some whimsy tasks. He's called them. He's a whimsy wizard, and that just involves really running some commands that you can't run as in vanilla. So he just runs a few commands, and it mostly involves making mobs bigger, smaller, faster. So I've actually used my whimsy rubies that you earn through other tasks. I've used a couple of those to speed up my ghast, and he's now quite quick. That's probably why he's spinning so fast there as well. I'll ride him later to show you around. It's a nice way to get around the server. As you know, if you've watched this, we've banned elytras this season. The idea was to introduce them later on, but pretty much we're leaving them banned. It's really nice to force everybody to travel around on foot and see everything on foot. But now the Happy Ghasts are here, that's sort of like, that's changed. So we'll see how that goes when people start adopting Happy Ghasts as transportation methods. They are very slow, but so this is my villager trading area for melons and pumpkins, so I can get plenty of rubies in. Got like a small farm here. and that helps me get my rubies in. Now I've got a load of mason villages here, and that was purely for the quartz blocks that they sell, and I can show you why that's important to me in a little bit. So I've got a lot of those there, and I was collecting a lot of quartz blocks. I have a kelp farm, not really using it too much, but it produces enough. You know, these are probably full now. Yeah, they're doing all right. So I've got kelp farm. Again, some of these items were traded or dropped off by other chunk members, TerraChunks members. Got a little pond, pretty pond over there. This is the original collection area beneath the tree and mob farm. So I just sort of incorporate it into the build, the underground build. And this is a building I added in. Also sort of terraformed it a little bit. Got some trees. That is a UFO, an underground UFO, but that was just really an additional point for hide and seek. So we had a hide and seek all around this area. There's quite a few bits I just built up to add so that they'd be good for hide and seek. This is the main staircase out of the underground. I call it the underworld, and that's back upstairs. So this is back in the manor. We have cow farm, bee farm, and there is also this build in the distance, which is where the quartz ended up. So in fact, let's take a little wander over to that. I won't fly the ghast over there quite yet, but this was, once I'd considered this area finished, I thought, oh, I'll build something else, and I decided to build what I was going to make a zoo. So I finished the build for it, but I haven't put any animals in it, and I sort of moved on to a different project anyways. But you know, I can come back to this later, add some more creatures into the different sections in it. It's quite a large build, plenty of room for the animals if I do decide to do that. So it continues going around there, but I'll just go back to the middle, a larger middle area. Yeah, that's that is the quartz zoo that I built. Let me just travel back to. Usually take a boat along here because it's fast travel. So my ice comes from an ice farm. Again, everything from Skyblocks and everything I built, even all of this, was just generated from Skyblocks. So Skyblocks on the server, and certain items I couldn't get, I trade for. And I think I've shown that area. I did enhance it slightly, but there's a trade area where I'll be visited and you can sell stuff that might be of interest to other people on the server, which I generate up. I've sort of enhanced it a little bit. As it says, all produce produced locally from thin air. And then we have the deals book, where I list everything that was actually non-Skyblocks. With quite a few different members over the time I've convinced to come up. And then we have a public convenience or an exit. So I can leave Skyblocks. I wasn't restricting myself to being stuck on here, but I can't bring anything, you know, from the outside up without it being produced here. We had a visit from the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. There was 4. I think one fell off and is wandering in the ocean below. But with that, let's head down to my happy cast, and we can take a little. I need to. I can get on him. Let's get on him. Just want to make sure I pull the. Get the lead. So if I go up, they've got little exits. This might bump me slightly going through here. No, made that all right. But as you can see, I consider this finished now. Skyblocks. I'm not really planning on adding anything extra at the moment. I could go back to it again, you know, it just depends how I want to play the game. So this is sort of like a concept, is it's sort of like an alien saucer off to the side. And as you can see, my grass is moving super fast, and that is what I got from my whimsy request. So I spent some of the whimsy rubies that I'd earned getting him sped up a bit. So there's a command you can run that speeds up individual ghasts, and I've sped him up to, I think it's 0.8 or 0.08, but he's quite a bit faster. And I can go around viewing stuff. So this is a quartz prismarine farm I built. So it kills the guardians. Quite effective. And I collect their drops. It's also XP farm. I built it quite early on. We head back to, this is our starter island, and this is where I've been created some of the happy ghasts. I rehydrated them in that little pool there. This is my stable where I bred up my horses, and for some reason there's a horse on the roof. Interesting. We got there. That's the starter build, slightly extended from what it was originally. And this was Derpy's build. She joined me on the island, built this real cool set of towers. And going across to spawn, again, you have to forgive me, I don't know what I've shown and what I haven't shown. It's been so long since I did the last video. This was the inn. I know I went over the inn and the escape room that's below this stuff, so there's an escape room there. Haven't really played it as much as I wanted. I did have somebody lined up for being a security guard, but she's not been available, so really haven't got around to playing it too much. This is the Whimsy tent, so this is where Dills is based out of. If he sets tasks and gives rewards for completing the tasks. In fact, this was a task by one of the rather cool boat built by Crabbo for Dills. This was to be a PvP arena, and I mean it can be used as a PvP arena, but it's actually a facsimile of the Globe Theatre in London. So where they did Shakespearean plays back in the day. Yeah, and I built this one as well. This is where we had the race. I don't know again if I covered that, but we had a race to the world border with the idea of extending the world border because some people wanted some of the stuff that was in the new update, and we allowed that to generate into the new like, world border area. So they had that. I think this is going to be a town hall, maybe underway. This is a foresty area with all of the players from this season so far. We have the admins. That's Tim the server owner, me, JB and Dills. I've been invited to be an admin this season. We've got all of the other regulars all listed. This is a nice big Nether portal. I can't take the glass through because he will die on the other side because it's not a very big area on the other side. We need to sort out the Nether. That's not been done too much yet. But yeah, that's spawn. Let's take a little trip out through some of the builds on the way to where I'm going to go next, which is this direction. But let's go this way a little. So I've been here before. This is Curse's, Winters and Crabbo's area. You can see, I think this is Curse's area. He's done a lot of custom trees. Some builds in there. And then we've got Crabbo's area over here. It's got a stable, the start of a little town. Quite cool. Pretty little town buildings. This is Winter's town as well. That's cool. This area is Hurricanes, although I think he's moved it now. He's done. He's finished this. This is actually a hobbit hole. So he's moved on from here, though. I think. Let's go this way a little bit. I think there are some more builds over here. Have a bridge. This isn't by any means covering everybody's base. This is just the route to where I wanted to end up, to show you what I've been working on. So this is Autumn's mountain. This is Autumn's mountain they started. So this is a Norman style keep I built. And the reason it's here, it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. If you think it's just surrounded by a mesa. Below it is one of the strongholds with the end portal. Although, again, as part of this season, we wanted people to just not concentrate on doing the end, because they do the end, and then that's, you know, pretty much everybody gets bored and it's finished. So we held back access to the end, and we actually had that as a reward for the race to the world border. But Dills, who won the race, hasn't opened the end yet. But there is a stronghold below this castle. So one possible place that you could fix the end portal. Across here now. Got pretty caves. Getting nearby. Yep, nearly there. Oh, hang on. I think I might have gone far too far. That's right. That's wrong. Right, okay, so it's over here. Hello, familiar. Yeah, this is it. So up over this mountain, and here we go. And so this is the games district. So this is a game by Titan. I think it's just like a guess who's, or guess what, you know, it's a guess who equivalent where you can guess what colour or what block people have. This is actually my new maze. So it's going to have a very, very large parkour tower at the end. This is going to be a large hedge maze. So similar to what I did last season. If you want to go back and look at that, there's the maze episode. But this will be a hedge maze. In fact, this is where I've been doing the majority of my work. Let me just land here for a second and make sure I tie him up, because he has a tendency to fly off. That is a big decoration that I've been adding just recently. So this is going to be a big dragon sitting on top of the maze, just for some decoration. I don't want it to be too boring, because it's just a plain roof on that otherwise. But you'll complete the hedge maze. You'll enter the normal maze here, and this is just a PvP maze. In fact, I've got the message there. Yeah, so you can do PvP in this. You'll arrive with other players, and if you're with those players, you can PvP them and set them back to the beginning. I have a spawn point here, you know, so if you get PvP'd, you'll end up back at the beginning. But it's a very, you know, large, wide area maze. You should be able to run past people. I am giving beacon bonuses while you're in here, so you should be able to use that. I've got a shortcut into the top of the maze at the moment. So there's going to be a dark part of the maze, very much like the last one I did, and there's also a water part of the maze. I do have more beacons in this as well, but they are getting blocked by, I blocked 2 off there, and they are getting blocked by the new dragon build, so I'm going to have to fix that. As you can see, this is just a decoration really, nothing else about it. But if I go to the end here, that's for food. Just go to the end. It's all the way down here. There is another section on top of the, so this goes down to the section below. You come in after PvP maze, you come through here, set your spawn. You can go up here. There's lots of different routes through this. This is on top of the other part of the maze. There are ways to get back down into the maze, not that you probably want to. And there is, as you can see, halfway there, there's a water section. And then after that is the dark section that I showed earlier. So yeah, this is going to be hopefully up and running. I'm hoping to get up and running by in fact, I'll secretly just do this quickly. Sorry, I'm hoping to have it up and running by Halloween. I should put that back in because you're not supposed to come down here. This is just all the inner workings of the maze and a quick way back to the start. So I have lots of these. There's lots of these piston fly machines, which actually are walls, and you can trigger it, and this will push a wall up that wasn't there before. And there are buttons up above which you can also trigger this and bring the walls down. So ideally, when they're starting, all the walls will be shut, and there are 10 that I put in. You see that one's a shut wall. They're all shut. There are other surprises in the maze, but again, you can see this one is down, and its initial state should be that they're up. I haven't got them on timers or anything. It's just you can, so the players can actually use them to their advantage and open and close the doors to confuse other players. Because you have to know where the buttons are anyway to find the buttons. That pushes them all up. In fact, I probably had them all down just for testing purposes, but I'll put them all back up if I can find the buttons for them. Button there. This is where I'm collecting the wool for the dragon currently. So that's a sort of combination of manual and an automated wool farm. So that's not working as fast as just doing it manually, so that's why I've still got the manual sheet there. They'll be gone to reduce lag. Again, another door. Push that up. But yeah, this is sort of just the underground workings area. That's another one that's up already. A little lava farm, little bee farm for honey. This is my storage area for the entire maze build. So most of the stuff I got was actually I flattened a massive hill here. I mean, I could do a time lapse, but it'd be pretty boring. I just flattened the hill and then sort of build all this up. And then we have the parkour tower. This is the bottom of the parkour tower. Let's just sleep. Yeah, this is the bottom of the parkour tower, and we have different levels. And I'm trying to convince people to come along and build different levels. I built this first level. This is like the library level. So you have to parkour your way up to the next level, and that's there's currently lots of balloons. You can parkour your way up through that, and then the next level up above that I've got built by Jay Kidding off the server. She's built another floor with some basically Webby Digger's approved jumps because I can't do them all. I'm not fantastic at parkour and I don't want people to get too stuck. But she's done a couple of parkour challenges in this section. So this is a temporary staircase. This is just for the builders. I will probably take it down before when everything's ready. So I think I managed to convince Leaves to build a level. I'm hoping she'll come back and build a level here. And anyone else? But then there's another 3 floors till you become the king of the King of the Tower and the King of the Maze. So this is very much the sort of layout I did last time, which was a few separate like flavors of mazes, and then a parkour tower at the end. Parkour tower was probably a bit simpler or a bit smaller than this. I'm hoping this will still be as fun as the other one was to do. And it looks like we've got, and that's Jay's build overlapping the straight fall. So yeah, that is what I've been working on, and I'm going to continue working on, and should hopefully be finishing off, I don't know, in the next month or so. But yeah, that is what I've been up to. And yeah, sorry for not posting videos. I've been just having fun chilling and building on the server when I do have time. So yeah, that's it so far. I do owe another world tour to update on some of the other people that have been building on the server and showcase their stuff, which is always very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. And I'll be posting another video soon. Bye for now.